Hi, welcome back to a continuation on the previous lesson where we learnt about um, selection and the random function. Again, we're looking at Garfield kicking the ball a random distance to the circle, and if it lands at the circle, it will go down. This time, what we're going to learn about is to use to basically use methods and variables. And what we want to happen this time is every time it goes down the circle, the score will go up. So we're creating a scoring system. So, but what we want to happen is when we click on Garfield, it will then run that method. So to begin with, I need to go to the world function, the world object, I should say, and create a new method and call this Garfield kicks. And this will create a new method, a separate program that will run when I click on Garfield. So I click OK, and there's nothing there. And I want to go back to my first method, the starting method, and I want to copy, basically I want to copy to the clipboard all of the stuff that I had in the first world. I'm basically moving it. Oops. I'm basically moving it to Garfield kicks. Okay? And we got to here. Oops. I want everything down here. Okay, so I'm going to just delete anything here because now it will be in this Garfield kicks. However, it won't be able to run because I need to tell it in the events section how this Garfield kicks will start. So as we can see, it says when the world starts, do world my first method. So it does this my first method. Next, I need to create a new event, and I want when the mouse is clicked on something. So when the mouse is clicked on Garfield, do Garfield kicks. So if I play this, it'll turn, nothing happens. I click on Garfield, and it will go forward, and it will go down when it lands on the circle. I will restart that, because I think that was a fluke that it worked straight away. Oh, it lands in Garfield. Let's see if I can do it without seem to go the same distance. There we go. And this time it doesn't land in the circle, so it doesn't go down. Now, at this point, we now want to go back to Garfield kicks. So basically, when it goes down that hole, I want a score to go up. So I need to create a new object. So I go Add Objects, and I need to go to Browse Gallery, and all the way at the end, there is, actually, go back to Local Gallery here, all the way to the end, I can see 3D text. So I click, change this to score, and I press OK, and I create another one, and I put 0. So I have two text objects here. Okay, and I'm going to click on it and move it up. Oh, I need to move it up. So I select the up one and I turn it. It will always ask you to play, so I'm going to move it there. I would try and, there we go, move that up as well. Oh. If, let's say, you find you drag it off, just edit or Control Z, which is undo, and it will go back. Okay, so it's Control Z is undo. Okay, and I can move it along a bit, hopefully. Oh, why isn't that moving along? Oh yeah, I've got it in the up part. I need to just move it. There we go. Okay. There. Now, Now I put my score and the number. This will change every time it goes down. So I go back to done, and now I need to create a variable. And a variable is something that changes, okay? Like a score, for example. So variables are something that change. So I go back to world, I go to properties, and I create a variable called score. I could make it a number, and its initial value will be 0, okay? Like so. So its initial variable is 0. I go back to world first method, and I go properties, and I drag score at the very start, and I set the value at 0. I then go to world Garfield kicks, and where I want the score to go up is if the ball goes down. So I drag the score underneath the true part of the condition, and I say increment score by 1. So now every time the ball goes down, the score will go up, okay? But it doesn't go onto here. So at that point, I need to select this 0. And I need to tell it, I then drag the text underneath increment. And I say I want it to be other. Sorry. We're going to drag it in, and I can say default string, and I want it to be the variable. So I go back to world, properties, drag score, but it won't let me put that in because variable is a number and the text has to be string. So I need to convert the variable to a string. So I go to functions and I say what as string. So I drag what as string and I say score. So I'm converting a score to a string. So I'm converting the variable, which is a number, to text so I can display it. Okay? So when I press play and I kick, what should happen is I will basically, when it lands, it will go down, score will go up. Simple. And in order, the last part, of course, you want it to go backwards. So you want to have a while loop to make it go back. So while true, while the ball, while the ball is at least 1 meter away from Garfield, then of course you want the ball to go backwards. You want the ball to go backwards and perhaps half a meter or maybe less. Okay, so 0.25. Likewise, if it's on this one, you want to copy it and drag it down to here. You want it to go backwards, but of course here you need the ball to go up as well. So you need to, just before that, move up half a meter. Okay, so when I play this, I can click, it'll go forward and then it goes back all the way down. Click again, you might want it further on. Click, it goes down, there we go, like so. Perhaps it needs to go a bit further down. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please like, share and comment. And I look forward to you watching the next video.